Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me fine? Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So welcome to this session. I know there was a little bit of a confusion in the naming of the session. So we started it off as app editions, but we're going to cover a little bit more than app editions in this particular session, right? So firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Primanku. I'm a senior product manager on the marketplace team, and I generally take care of all the packaging initiatives within marketplace and all the upload, pricing, reporting, all of those experiences are with me. So if you have any questions, we will be at the booth. Feel free to swing by, right? For today's session, we wanted to cover a few key things. One is what are some of the evolving packaging things that we are exploring within Marketplace. We'll do a little bit of a deeper dive on app editions and app bundles, which are closer in terms of the milestones, etc. So we'll also talk about the milestones. And then towards the end, we'll talk about how can you be a part of these initiatives that we're going to launch. And then we'll have some time for question and answers and feedback. So just, sort of painting a little bit of a picture from a marketplace standpoint. We started Marketplace more than a decade ago. Today, it generates more than $1 billion in GMV on an annual basis, which is super amazing. We also know that Atlassian is expanding its focus towards enterprise customers, right? So more and more, and you saw in Tiffany's talk how she was talking about, we have an opportunity of about an 18 billion from our enterprise, from our customers, and then 14 billion is from enterprises alone. So there's a increased focus on the enterprises. We're also introducing system of work, so we want to sell our products for every team within the customer organizations, right? And these changes will need more flexibility for partners to be able to package their offerings. But so far, we have not provided you with all the tooling that can allow you to package differently, right? So our vision is, as we transform, as we move forward, the Atlassian Marketplace is able to provide its partners with all the flexibility that is required for them to package their offerings and give customers the ability to choose what they want via those offerings, right? So if you look at it, so far, when it comes to Marketplace, there are a few ways in which you can sell your offerings. You can sell apps. You have a tier-based pricing, which all of you are aware of, right? A few years ago, we introduced free starter tier, so you could offer, your first tier, which is 0 to 10, as a free on an optional basis, right? But that is all that we have from a packaging standpoint today. Now, what is going to be available in the future is all of these things, right? And some of these are happening faster than others. So the first one is app editions, where you will be able to distinguish different offerings within the same app based on features. You'll be able to price differentiate those offerings, right? And this will go to general availability in Q2 of calendar year 25, so next quarter. The next one is app bundles, where you will be able to sell a collection of apps which work better together and sell that story on the Atlassian Marketplace to your customers. We will be starting off with a small pilot for this, which is also going to go live in the next quarter. And we'll have some details on how can you be a part of these initiatives if you wish to, right? But beyond that, as Marketplace progresses, we will also be introducing product agnostic selling, right? So think of it as something where you don't have to tie to a particular Jira instance in order to sell something. So, things like services, solutions, consulting, etc., being sold from the Marketplace. And then the solution selling, a lot of our solution partners today offer customized offerings to the partners. Some point, they should be able to list that on Marketplace. Customers should be able to come in. They should be able to determine who are the right solution partners in a particular region. what kind of solutions they offer, and they should be able to sell it on marketplace, right? And the last one, we've made some progress on this front as well, so we will share more details on this, but the last one is private offers or enterprise licensing agreements for apps, in which you will be able to negotiate a private offer and private terms with a customer for your products, which may not be publicly available, right? So you can give them an extra feature, right, which you don't want to give to everybody, and just that particular customer is asking for it, right? And then be able to charge them a premium for that, right? So so that's how we look at the future. We'll obviously look forward to feedback, and we'll collaborate as we build on this vision, right? But with that, we will switch to the two projects that we wanted to talk about today in a little bit more detail. First one is App Editions. Like you can see, this is how the pricing page is going to look like when we go live in Q2 of calendar year 25. It will allow you to offer multiple versions of the same product with differentiated feature sets. Initially, we will start with 2 editions of the product, standard and advanced. In the future, you'll also be able to add free, so I'll talk about that milestone as well. And you can differentiate your apps based on features, services, and of course, there's going to be a pricing element to it, which you should be able to differentiate your apps based on. Now, let's look at some of the key milestones. I think some of you might be aware of it, but just as a refresher, Milestone 1 was a developer documentation slash business, thinking about how to think about App Editions milestone, which was launched in Q3 of calendar year 24. Middle of October, we started our partner release for advanced editions, which we also sometimes call as the EAP, Milestone 2. And the goal for that was to make sure we're able to ensure that our platform is very capable in terms of building editions. And we got a very amazing feedback from the partner community and very good participation. One of the interesting things is, which we've learned through this early access, is building editions is super simple, right? So partners, after they have determined what are the features and pricing differentiations that they want to make, configuring the app editions and testing it and making it live is probably a sprint's worth of work, right? The main thing is to figure out what are the features and the pricing differentiation that needs to be made, and then coding for it, right? So very good feedback there. We will be going general availability in Q2 of calendar year 25. After that, we have, based on the feedback that we have received through our partners, we've introduced a new milestone, which is 3.5, which is essentially some partners who've said that they want their current app is already advanced, and they would want to build sort of like a lower feature set app as standard and tag the current app as advanced, move all of their existing customers to advanced, and then being able to build that standard app. So that's something which will come in the later half of this year. Milestone 4 is about the ability to add the 3rd edition, which is a free edition, which you'll be able to add to your app. Milestone 5 is also a newly introduced edition. We're still doing some analysis on that. It'll also be great to get some feedback from this group. In this milestone, what we will be looking at is how can, if a partner has already built a standard and an advanced edition of their app as 2 separate listings, how can we bring that together into a single listing and combine them, right? So just talking about the early access as well. As of today on Marketplace, we have 18 apps which have already built editions, and some of them are build in progress. Together, these apps represent some of our main apps on Marketplace, representing roughly about 15% of the cloud GMV. So quite a good representation from that perspective as well. And yeah, here are some resources. We'll be sure to share some details around how can you get access to these resources. But you've all the developer documentation, how to build it on Forge and Connect, and how to test it out, etc., available on the marketplace, right? So If you have any questions or if you want to be a part of the general availability, we'll share some guidance at the end of the session, and look forward to your questions towards the end of the session. But with that, I will now pass it on to Grusha, who will talk to us about app bundles.
Hi everyone, I'm Grusha, one of the product managers with Marketplace team. I work with Pramanku and help out on partner side of the house. So for today, I'll be talking to you about app bundles. To further improve the packaging flexibility of apps, Marketplace has started conceptualizing selling apps in the form of bundles. Can you check the slide? Next slide, please. Marketplace will... Sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we did not rehearse this. Marketplace's vision behind bundling is to enable partners to sell apps that work together and solve end-to-end use cases for customers. For customers, it is simplifying decision-making in terms of choosing apps for their use case and enabling a streamlined purchasing process. Now that we understand the vision, what are the levers that partners can pull to differentiate bundles from, individual apps? First, solving end-to-end use cases. For example, bundling for resource allocation and sprint planning together, solving delivery planning use case for engineering managers. Second, partners can offer services that are exclusive to customers buying bundles. For example, offering 24-hour support for customers buying bundles. Last but not the least, a bundle can be priced differently, providing monetary advantage of buying together for customers. So how will bundles look like on Marketplace? Firstly, it will consist of only cloud apps. Next, apps compatible with different 1P products will be allowed in a bundle. Partners will be able to sell services that are exclusive to bundles. Coming to the mechanics in terms of customer experience, bundles will be created as single SKUs with their own pricing plan or plans to be priced according to partner needs. Next, customers will be able to discover bundles via multiple touch points such as collections, filters, etc. in both Marketplace as well as in product Marketplace. Along with that, there will be nudges in the form of recommendations of bundles to customers buying individual apps. When it comes to installation, the entire bundle will be installed in a unified manner with the management being at a bundle level. After having understood the why and what part of it, let's dive into the how part. Marketplace has broken this delivery down into various milestones, the first one being a high-touch pilot, which we will be starting very soon. In this milestone, the creation and installation of the bundle will be done through a high-touch process. The discovery of bundles will be a self-serve process with bundles being listed on marketplace.com. More information on this will be in the upcoming slides. Our thought process behind starting this pilot is to go to market early with this feature, along with gathering insights from both partners as well as customers before we start a full-fledged implementation. In the next milestone, we will focus on making the creation of bundles a self-serve experience, along with moving towards the concept of bundles being a single line item instead of a group of apps in various experiences. Finally, we will make the entire buying journey a self-serve process, self-serve flow along with installation and management of bundle as a single entity. As mentioned earlier, we are excited to announce the first milestone of this journey, a high-touch pilot to sell app bundles on Marketplace. Starting off with what will a bundle look like in this pilot, it will only consist of cloud apps. Bundling apps on different parents, namely Jira and Confluence, will be allowed. Along with that, it will only consist of apps from a single partner. In terms of pricing of this bundle, each bundle will have a discount percentage associated with it, which will be set by partners, and the pricing for the bundle will be calculated on the basis of this discount. Let's take an example here. Let's say a bundle X has two apps, A and B, and this bundle has a discount of 10% associated with it. The final price for this bundle will be the sum of pricing based on tiers of app A and B less 10%. Internally, we will be using promo codes to facilitate this calculation. How will partners be able to create bundles during this pilot? Creation of bundles will be an Atlassian-assisted process. Partners will be able to provide details such as apps making up a bundle, discount percentage, and the listing content in the form of a ticket or a templatized Confluence page. Marketplace team will then be taking this information and manually creating a bundle in our systems. As soon as this is done, the bundle listing will be live for customers. Coming to the customer experience, discovery of bundles will be done in a self-serve manner. There will be a new collection called App Bundles, which will list down all the available bundles in the form of tiles. These tiles will redirect customers to a bundle listing, which will contain the overview tab populated by the listing content, pricing tab to calculate the price with respect to discount, and installation tab with text describing the installation process. In terms of installation itself, bundle listing will have a CTA for requesting a bundle. Through the CTA, admins will be able to select the site on which they want to install the bundle and submit a request. This submitted request will trigger the creation of a help ticket with all the details from the customer. A customer advocate or someone from the marketplace team will be reaching out to the customer The customer themselves will be installing the apps as guided by the customer advocate and reach back to the helping contact. Post confirmation of the installation, the POC will apply the created promo code or internal discount based on the provided percentage. With that, I hand it over to Kelsey for some call to actions for all of you.
Awesome. Can we get the mic working again? Sorry. Hello.
Hello. Awesome. For those of you that missed at the beginning, my name is Kelsey Vanskoy. I'm a product marketing manager for Marketplace. As my colleagues just took you through both app additions and app bundles, just kind of wanted to reiterate what is next. Again, you can enroll for the app additions general availability launch. You can do this either via this code down at the bottom. We'll come back to this at the very end after the Q&A so that you can come take a picture. I know it's kind of hard to get a photo right now. You can also reach out to us. We're very accessible. You can stop by the booth this week, but definitely want to get you started and get ready for GA. As being one of the kind of founding partners and ready for GA, you would be featured in a special collection on Marketplace, included in other like social and promotion about app additions. So really hope to get more people included in that. And then as far as app bundles go, there'll be an announcement soon and partner portal about how to participate. So stay tuned for that. And again, just feel free to reach out, express interest, scan this code. Like I said, we're here all week, so stop by, reach out. Anything else, Dan? Awesome. With that, we'll go ahead and go to Q&A.